So today we're going to be looking at the Big Mech. Not massive amounts of changes for the Big Mech, but we'll just go over his stat line quickly. So movement of 5, weapon skill of 3, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 4, wounds 4, 3 attack, 7 leadership, and he's got a 4+ save. So what does he come equipped with? Well, he comes equipped with a slugger, a chopper, and a stick bombs, and maybe accompanied by a grot oiler. So before we move into his weapons, I just want to go over the grot oiler, because last edition we got these grot oilers, basically the tiny models to act as tokens. This edition, they've actually become fully blown models, because they've actually got their own stat line of 5 movement, plus 5 weapon skill, plus 4 ballistic skill, 2 strength, 2 toughness, 1 wound, 1 attack, 4 leadership, and a 6+ save. So they actually do act as something. And if, for example, your Big Mech were to, let's say, take 3 wounds, a grot oiler could actually take one of those wounds for him. So the other big thing I think we need to discuss now, moving into weaponry, is the shock attack gun. So it's got a range 60, heavy d6, strength 2d6, minus 5 AP, which is really quite good, and d3 damage. However, before firing this weapon, roll once to determine the strength of all its shots. If the result is 11+, do not make any wound rolls. Instead, each attack that hits causes d3 mortal wounds. So the first problem is that the shock attack gun is a casualty, unfortunately, of, well, the loss of pie plates. There is no way to improve the Big Mech's ballistic skill. The one that basically gave them, allowed him to shoot at ballistic skill 4 is now gone. That piece of war gear no longer exists. So while yes, amazing gun damage wise, there's no doubt about it. I mean, minus 5 AP, I mean, if you hit, I think that's the plus side on this. If you do hit, they've pretty much got no chance of trying to save it. So, and of course, he also comes with a kill saw, which most of the Big Mechs come with, equipped with, which is a ×2 strength, minus 4 AP, and 2 damage. And of course, like the power claw, you've got to subtract 1 from hitting. So you're probably hitting with this on 4s, essentially. Again, good weapon, good substitute for power claws with mechs, but again, Big Mechs can now take power claws, even if you don't put them in a mega armor. So, abilities. So they also get the custom force field, which is, if this model is equipped with a custom force field, friendly orc units that are entirely within 9 inches, and so remember that, entirely. So the entire unit, from the reading of these rules, has to be within that distance for it to have a 5+ invulnerable save against ranged weapons. And like last edition, if the Big Mech is embarked on a vehicle, the vehicle now gets a +5 invulnerable save against ranged weapons. Not bad, pretty good though. And of course he gets his repair, model regains D3 wounds. The grot oiler, which is pretty good, because once per game a grot oiler can assist its master in making repairs. When it does so, the vehicle the mech is making repairs to gains 1 additional wound. Not bad, not bad. So next we get on to the mech in big armor, which again, the only stat difference is he loses 1 movement and has a 2+ save, pretty much like the War Boss did. So he comes equipped with a custom Mega Blaster, which is your plasma gun, and comes equipped with a power claw. The custom Mega Blaster, 24-inch range, assault 1, 8 strength, -3 AP, D3 shots, and on a roll of 1 the bearer suffers a mortal wound, which is your gets hot roll. Once again, Ork ballistic skill is awful. You are almost never going to hit, and rolling 1 dice, again, the shock attack gun, it's, D6. So there's about, 6 chances for you to essentially hit. And you're probably going to get maybe about 1 to do it. Now the next one becomes very interesting. Very interesting indeed. This is the Teleport Blaster, which last edition was meh, but now I'd say this is quite an interesting weapon. So you can only take this on your Mega Armor knob, not your Mega Armor, your Mech in Mega Armor. So Teleport Blaster, range of 12, Assault D3, Strength 8, -2 AP and 1 damage. Not overly remarkable, you might think. However, its ability is very interesting. If a model suffers unsaved wounds from this weapon and is not slain, roll a d6. At the end of the phase, which is the shooting phase, if the result is greater than the model's wound characteristic, it is slain. That is going to be incredibly deadly against some heroes. As you've already seen, there are a lot of heroes so far that we've covered that have less than 6 wounds. And remember, this is at the end of the shooting phase. So you could have your Big Mech shoot at the beginning and it could take 1 wound, and then 2 other things could shoot at it, maybe taking it down to 2. And if you roll higher on your d6 roll, instantly slain. And according to this, it doesn't matter if this is tanks, walkers, it's just gone. So remember, it's model, so you can't use it on a unit and justify the entire unit's gone. But hey, that's pretty incredible, to be honest. And of course, he gets access to a kill saw and power claw as well. And you can also have the custom force field as well. He also gets a Grut Oiler if he wants as well. So that's your Big Mech in Mega Armor, and then you get your Big Mech on Warbike. So the only difference here, movement 14, toughness 5, wounds 5, 4+ save. Again, nothing spectacular. You can take the shock attack gun on this. You can take the custom force field as well. Again, nothing spectacular. It's your typical Big Mech. You're only really going to take them, in all honesty, for the custom force field. That +5 bubble it gives is amazing. So there is no reason why a Big Mech will not feature in your armies. And this time, at least, Ork armies are not limited to a HQ selection of just 2. So you don't have to go, well, I have to take this and I'll take one of these. You can now actually take more than 1 HQ choice in some of the lists. So that is awesome. Other than that, it's pretty much the same rules almost for the Big Mechs. You take them with the custom force field and keep them as cheap as chips. You can take them with the shock attack gun if you want. However, I'd advise, if you are going to take them, I'd say take them at least 3, maybe 2. But you can take 1, but be aware that, because of Ork shooting skill, meh, basically. And if you are someone who does want to have some good shooting units in your Ork army, don't worry, we'll get to those later. So up next, we've got the special characters, so we'll cover those next time.